What's going on, you guys? Spider Kit Kat here, back with another video. And for this review, we're gonna deviate from Marvel Legends for a while and take a closer look at the anime side of my collection. That is, the Variable Action Heroes Boa Hancock action figure. And I feel that this review is very timely too, since today, September 2, marks Hancock's birthday. I don't know though if she turned a year older in One Piece universe, so she's probably still 31 according to Oda's book. But taking a closer look at the box, you can see flat out that it has a more premium feel compared to the boxes of the Marvel Legends figures. And rightly so, cause this figure by Mega House doesn't come cheap. She's about 45 times that of the price of your typical $20 Marvel Legends figure, so evidently this is quite the investment. Without further ado, let's unbox this figure. So here we have Boa Hancock out of the box, and I gotta give it to Mega House as to how impeccably they translated the anime into a 3D model without betraying key features of the character. Cause right off the bat, you can tell that this is indeed Boa Hancock just by looking at the face. Speaking of the face, she does come with 3 other interchangeable faces. One to look down on you, the other to cast the Meru Meru no Mi effect, and the other is an expression she exclusively gives to whenever she meets her future husband Luffy. Other than the faces, she also does come with an additional 3 sets of interchangeable hands. Although I don't see the point of giving Hancock fists, since she's more of a kicker rather than a puncher. As far as the accessories go, she comes with this heart-shaped Meru Meru effect, which in the English dub roughly translates to love love. So what I did here is I switched the hands into the heart-forming ones and let her hold the effect like so. And there you have it. Other than that, she also comes with this magnetic cape that you can attach to Hancock's equally magnetic back, like so. And there you have it. By the way, slight off topic, but I've been meaning to get my 2 cents out of the way, as I'd like to disprove the idea that the Meru Meru no Mi itself is solely responsible for making her attractive. Hancock has been that way ever since, and she clearly doesn't need the fruit to give men lustful thoughts about her. I mean, just look at the way she's dressed. Anyway, moving on to the biggest elephants in the room. And no, I'm not talking about that, or those rather, but in all seriousness, what in the world is this supposed to be? Look at this. What's that supposed to be? I mean, I get that they don't want the skirt to hinder her from doing kicking poses, but it shouldn't be to the extent where you sacrifice the aesthetic. If there's one thing we can agree on, the lower half of this figure is just all kinds of messed up. It's an aesthetic abomination. Whatever good things going on with the top half starts and ends there, as once you go further down south, all manner of sound human anatomy has left reality. I also find it an engineering mishap on Mega House's side that the mechanism to switch the faces is designed this way. I don't even know what to call it. It's rather odd and it falls apart too easily, and you can't really move the figure around without the pieces falling out of place. Again, because of how this is designed. So let me show you guys how to attach the head. So you start it off with the back of Hancock's head, or rather the hair, whatever, and then you attach the face, and then you end it off with the other hair, and that's 3 pieces to form the whole head. It's crazy. I bought this figure anyway because Hancock has the most likable personality in all of One Piece. No, but seriously, the reason why I bought this is because of her character arc, and well, I gotta admit, the figure is nonetheless an accurate representation of the character if you just look past the minor shortcomings. I'm not gonna pretend as though she doesn't come without the good parts. For starters, her physique is proportionate all throughout, and her waist is fairly thin for someone that well endowed. I guess she's what you would call, what's the word again? Voluptuous, yeah. Voluptuous in all kinds of ways. In all the good ways, actually. And for those who say her boobs are a tad exaggerated, well, it's not. That is really how Hancock is represented in both the manga and anime, and I am not complaining. Like I said, this figure is an accurate representation of the character. Moving on with the articulation, her diaphragm is of a ball peg joint type, which allows for her to tilt that far back to strike her signature pose where she looks down on you so much that she has to look up. She also has single jointed elbows, which surprisingly have a wider range of motion than most of her female Marvel Legends counterparts. Single jointed knees. She can also do a near 180-degree split. Butterfly joints. Toes articulation. And quite surprisingly, her neck has its own joint, which I only knew about just right now, after having this for 2 years, that is. Her arms can go that far up, horizontally speaking, and she can only rotate them that far back. Not willing to try it, really. Finally, her hands and ankles are articulated by a ball-type peg, same as with her diaphragm, except these are a lot smaller. For her scale, she stands at about 7 3/4, I think. And for comparison's sake, here we have Boa Hancock next to Psylocke. Hold on a minute, let me get a base for that. So here she is. Hancock next to the Revoltech Psylocke. And as you can see, there is a significant height gap between the two. This, I think, is of a 5-inch scale, whereas this is on the 7-inch line. As for my overall verdict, I'd have to give Hancock here a sub rating of... give me 2 seconds here. 7/18. Yeah. It's still quite up there as a decent figure, and I feel like Mega House has earned the praise that's rightfully due theirs. But the question is, would I recommend it? To me, yes, but only if you can look past the anomalies that I mentioned. Mega House is better known for their statues anyway, and if you're not a big fan of their articulated figures, you can always go for those. As for me, this figure is sufficient enough, though I really do hope to see an upgraded version of Hancock, preferably on her ripped 3D 2Y dress. Please, Mega House, if anyone's listening here, I would pour out money on you in a heartbeat. Just give us that upgraded figure, please. I believe in you, Mega House. So that is it for the review. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos. Again, it's Boa Hancock's fictional birthday today, September 2, so to all fans of Hancock, give her a big shout out on this Facebook page I'm following, Boa Hancock Fans. Again, this is Spider Kit Kat, formerly known as Spider Love. Thank you and God bless.